My name is Matthew Izzo, and today at Westbrook High School we had a very special appearance. The author of The Fall of Whit Rivera, Fat Chance Charlie Vega, and No Filter and Other Lies. Welcome, Crystal Maldonado.
Thank you. Hi, Matt. I'm glad to be here.
I'm very happy to have you too. So you just finished a great discussion with Westbrook High School. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic. Thank you for saying it was a great discussion, first of all. And second of all, it was honestly wonderful. So it was put on by the library and Miss E, who everyone loves.
Yep.
And there were a lot of great students in the audience who asked questions. And I now live in Massachusetts, but I am a Connecticut native, so it's always fun to come back to Connecticut and feel like, oh, I'm back home.
Yeah. So during your discussion, I was just thinking of a bunch of questions in my mind.
Awesome.
So now's my time to ask them. What is your favorite thing about Connecticut?
Ooh, I feel like Connecticut gives us a little bit of each part of the country, but within our own state. So you don't have to leave and go far. Like there's some city life if you go out to New Haven.
Yep.
You've obviously got the beach life if you go down to the shore, but you've also got suburbia and some farm towns. And so I just love how you can kind of do a little bit of everything in Connecticut.
Yep.
I also honestly love how like safe it feels, and it just feels like home to me. So every time I come back, I'm just like, oh, this is where I belong.
It's that warm feeling. That we get.
Yeah.
I'm hoping with Westbrook High School we gave you that warm feeling.
You really did. Thank you so much.
So you had mentioned you attended UConn. What was your favorite part about UConn? However, you can't say the dairy bar.
Ooh. Okay. Well, first of all, how dare you take that away as my answer? So I actually really loved, this is so cheesy, but I loved the journalism program there. So I was a double major, journalism and English, and the journalism program really pushed me to go kind of out of my comfort zone. So between the classes that I took there, they encouraged journalism majors to pick up a second major. And so without that push, I wouldn't have become an English major. And I thought, oh, I'll do English and journalism because I can write and then I can read. And it was like through those classes that I took that I feel like set me on this trajectory through my career, and it's what got me my start as an intern. I worked at the Hartford Courant for a couple of years as an intern there, and that's actually where I got my first job. And so if I hadn't done that, I wouldn't have been able to be here and like have written a book.
Yeah.
But the dairy bar was also wonderful.
Is that what made you want to go to UConn, the dairy bar?
Obviously. I mean, that, and also I had a scholarship. And so it was like, oh, this is great. I don't have to pay.
I would say my favorite thing about UConn is Jonathan the Husky. The new puppy. Have you seen him?
I haven't seen the new puppy in person, but just on social media.
I've seen both of them. My sister, she attends UConn.
Oh my God, you're so
Beautiful
lucky.
dogs. I love them.
Honestly, is there anything cuter than just a little tiny husky? So adorable.
So that's why you should attend UConn.
See?
The dogs, the journalism major,
the ice
and
cream.
the dairy bar.
Exactly.
Next question. What's your favorite food?
Oh, I am a chocolate chip cookie girl. So that is my favorite food. I don't know. I will have a chocolate chip cookie in the morning. To me, it's like I can have it then. I can have it as a dessert. I like if my husband has to get me a food, that's the thing he's going to get me.
It's your comfort food.
Yeah, he knows it's going to make me feel happy.
I love the chocolate chip cookies with like the little M&Ms on them.
Oh,
Those are my favorite.
Those are so good
Do you
too.
home make them, or do you have a specific place that you like to go buy them?
I do bake them a lot at home. I have taken the Toll House cookie recipe and tweaked it a little bit and kind of made it our own. So it's like a fun thing I do with my 4-year-old daughter. Like we get to cook together and bake those cookies. And the last time we did that, she got really into using her hands for the flour. So we ended up with flour all over our faces, but it was a mess, but it was a lot of fun.
It's a great experience.
Exactly.
So if you were not an accomplished author, what would you prefer to be doing at this point in your life?
Oh, if I wasn't an author, what would I be doing? I mean, I do have a day job that I'm sure I would still have. So I work as a marketing director for UMass Amherst. So maybe I'd still be doing that. But outside of that, I feel like I might want to become like a digital artist or something. So I have an iPad and, an Apple Pencil and a tablet, all that.
I'm the same way.
Yeah, and I love to create, and I do it for fun now. But maybe if I wasn't doing writing, I'd have more time to kind of pursue this other hobby. So maybe that's what I'd be doing.
Was this a hobby that you started in high school, or was it not until college that you were into all the illustrations?
So I have been into art for a really long time. So even as far back as elementary school, I loved art class. But I didn't start taking it seriously, I would say, until probably until I got my tablet, and all of a sudden I had this Apple Pencil, and I'm like, oh, I feel like I can teach myself this new skill.
Yep.
And so that's been super fun.
You also, too, you could take it on the go wherever you go.
Exactly.
And also, too, did you have any collaboration with the cover? It's amazing.
Oh,
I love the
thank
illustration.
you. So all the input I had for the cover was really just, do you like it? And I was like, oh my God, I love it. So I worked with the same artist, illustrator named Erica Lugo, for the last 3 books. And she has basically created the covers from kind of start to finish. So how it works is she gets an early copy of my book. She gets to read it. She gets to see how I describe the characters, and then kind of take liberties on what I don't describe. And then based on the feeling of the book, the vibe, then she comes back to my publisher and me with, a sketch, and asks for input, like, well, what would you change? What would you add? And she has hit it out of the park every time. I've just been like, it's perfect.
All 3 covers, they're truly amazing.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, she's phenomenal. Thank you.
So except for Yukon or Connecticut, what is your favorite place to visit?
Oh, okay. So California is, yeah.
Wow, they're totally opposite.
Opposite coast. Well, if I could live anywhere else in the U.S., it would be California, especially kind of central California. I love the idea of like sunny weather and just kind of having nice, breezy, warm days. I think that sounds awesome. I'm not a huge fan of winter, and so
New England is not.
I know. So I love New England, but when winter comes, I'm just dreaming of sunshine. So that's my favorite place to visit.
Is it the city that draws you, or is it just the warm weather, as you mentioned?
I think it's just the warm weather, and also kind of if I could be near like the coast and kind of be near a beach or something, because that's one of my favorite things about living in Connecticut and Massachusetts is we do have the beaches. So I'd want to keep that, but I would just love to not have to shovel.
I feel that. Have you ever visited California?
Yeah, I've been a couple times. So my parents used to live out in California, but my husband and I also have vacationed out there. We went to Disneyland, and it was really fun. And so we've done a lot of stuff kind of out there, and I want to go back.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years? Do you see yourself in California?
Oh, so I have a kid now, and like everyone's, and she's so cute. Everyone's attached to her. So I feel like I probably wouldn't move her out to California, but when I retire, I totally am going to go someplace warm. So in 10 years, I hope I have, a handful of more books, and I would love to expand into maybe other age groups or genres. So maybe within the YA sphere, I write like a horror book or something. And I also have this dream of collaborating with my husband, who is an artist and a graphic designer, on a picture book someday that we could like dedicate to our kid, which I think would be cool.
That's really cool. So I had a special question from an anonymous person.
Okay.
I can't say who.
Okay.
Who is your celebrity crush?
Celebrity crush. Ooh, that's a really good one. So I have a really soft spot for Pedro Pascal. I think a lot of us do.
Yep.
So he's
for obvious
reasons. I also have a huge crush on Janelle Monáe. I think she's fantastic, and her art is just incredible. And now that the Barbie movie has come out, I am a longtime Ryan Gosling fan as well. So
I think we all fell in love with The Notebook with him.
Yeah, exactly. And so to see him come back as this like lovable Ken character was super fun.
If you could tell your younger self something, what would it be?
Oh, I think it would be to go out of my comfort zone more often and know that things are going to be okay. So during the talk, I mentioned a little bit that I was a really shy, socially anxious kid, and it took me a while to kind of grow out of that. And I wish I had tried things sooner and realized that it's okay if things don't go perfectly. And it's fine to just try new things. And even if you fail, at least you gave it your best shot.
Like stepping out of that comfort zone.
Exactly.
Where did you experience that? High school or college? Did you feel like you fully stepped out?
I gotta say, it was probably not until I was getting ready to graduate college and I had to start thinking about, okay, I have to get a job now and like be a grown-up. Ew. And So that really pushed me to get out of my comfort zone. But I wish I had done it sooner and kind of, tried some clubs or tried new things. I think that would have been fun.
So to close off our discussion, I would like to challenge you to our Westbrook High School annual library writing contest, which is about the Daily Night. So
Okay. Tell me more.
It's all stories. They're due by Halloween, October 31st, and you can just email Miss E.
Oh, I'm going to do
And
this.
it's a story prompt, as
Okay.
we mentioned during the discussion, about how it's easier if you have the beginning, so you can it sets the stage and everything. You just write the rest. So we're going to challenge you. You're against all the students at Westbrook High School.
It's coming.
Oh, it's coming?
This is either going to be great or it's going to humble me, and I can't wait.
We'll be sure to share it on the Daily Night.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. This was really fun, and you
Thank
asked
you.
some great questions. Thank
Thank
you.